Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on December Daily, story number 10. So I am working with a foundation page that I set up with a printable from Allie Edwards. Let me pull this out of the album. So my plan for today is I have this piece of paper. These lines and loving, I just kind of drew them out in Procreate and then printed them out onto the Epson premium matte presentation paper. And then I had each of us, minus Leland because he didn't come home this weekend, but myself, Oliver, Roberto, and then I wrote Luna's as well, all filled out some of the things that we're loving this season. So I'm going to do a little bit of stamping in this section, this loving section over here, with the first initial of our name. Since Leland and Luna have the same first initial, I'm going to use this little moon stamp for Luna and place it next to her name since her name does mean moon. And then we'll place this in here so that it shows up behind this transparency. And then I'm thinking of adding a little loving phrase to the cover. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in red yet or if I'm going to use this white and gold puffy stickers. Both of these are from the Paper Person shop, and they came in subscription kits, which I don't think are available anymore, unfortunately. The markers that we use to fill out our lists are these three right here, and they are Staedtler Triplus Fineliners. I bought these probably about 8 years ago. So I'll search for them and see if they're still available for me to link below, but I'm not 100% sure if I'll find them. Like I said, I bought them a long time ago. I also have not yet decided on what I'm going to be using for my daily numbers, so I've got my whole case of numbers out for me to pick through a little bit later. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I am going to start with stamping. Since I have reds and greens all over this, I'm just going to stamp our initials with black. Plus, this is my only archival stamp, so I want it to stamp well on the presentation paper. So for myself and Roberto, I'm going to use M and D for mom and dad. And then I'm just placing my stamps in the lid here, and then usually when I do that, I'll just clean them off after I finished recording. And then in these blank ones, I'm just going to stamp an L for Leland since he will be the one filling those out. All right. Give that a moment to dry here. I think the red on the cover here would be the most noticeable against our paper. Let me set this right here. There's quite a lot going on with the paper. I kind of feel like the gold and white is going to get a little bit lost, and I think I like this right here. Or maybe between this one. I'm gonna use my ruler. And my tweezers to kind of set these down here for placing them. And then I'm going to place 3 on each side of the fold. I'm using the lines on the ruler to try and keep them spaced apart pretty evenly. It's not going to be perfect, but I think it will be good enough so that when I'm looking at it after the fact, like any weird spacing won't bother me. I think any crookedness also is going to be kind of not as noticeable because the lines behind the paper aren't really super straight either. And then I think I'm going to add one of these puffy hearts here. Maybe in a green that I'm not really actually using in the background. I really like this super, super dark one. It kind of adds a little bit of, kind of evens it out a little bit since the I in loving is pretty thin. These are also from Paper Person Shop. Alright, so I think I've given this enough time to kind of dry from that archival ink, so we'll go ahead and get that adhered down. I already know I'm going to have to do a little bit of trimming on this one because my page is super, super crooked. For some reason, I don't know what I was doing when I cut it out initially, but it's very crooked. One thing that I really loved about the kids filling this out is that I basically just sat them down and I was like, what do you love right now? I didn't really try and make it too crazy and difficult and be like, what is your favorite thing about this season or anything like that. I just said, what do you love right now? And both of them, Oliver and Luna, obviously we don't have Leland's answers yet, so I'm not sure what he's going to say. But the very first thing Luna said was family, and the very first thing Oliver said was my family as well. And then they both just started listing people off. Both of them included themselves. Unfortunately, when I was rewriting Luna's, I forgot to put that in there, but they both said they loved themselves and me, Daddy, Leland, their brother, each other, and I was just so happy and proud that that was something that they included in here. They both loved the Christmas tree too. Luna likes Santa coloring hide and seek. Oliver's second one was just Christmas tree. It was really just super sweet, and I'm so happy that that is some of the things that they are loving, that they included their family in that. Let me go ahead and repunch these holes here. Okay, and then the last thing I need to do on this, because I don't think I really want to add any extra like crazy embellishments, because I just love this as it is so much. I love being able to see handwriting in here. I love the loving answers, like the sentiments and stuff like that. So I don't really want to over embellish it with anything. I want to kind of leave this as the main focal point. So I just need to decide what I'm going to do for our number. I think the color of this marker is a little bit too dark. Oh, Oliver did leave a huge space over here. Maybe I'll stick it right there. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick my number right there, whichever one I choose. So I will go 1. And I'm going to do these a little bit offset from each other. Let's see if I can move those over a little bit. I think I did it a little bit too far to the right. Alright, so this is another super simple spread here, but I feel like it's going to be one of the ones with the most meaning. Like when I come back and I look at this spread in a couple years, I am just going to be blown away by it, I think. I'll look at everybody's handwriting at the time, and just, I think this is going to be a spread that makes me cry in the future. So let's get this put back in my album. And then I can, if I wanted to, open this and just have an undistracted view of all of this. And then we've also got what it looks like shut. So this is story number 10, things that we are currently loving. Oops. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!